Gobble gobble everybody, this is the Sliders Review, and since it's November, I shall be talking about Thanksgiving episodes. And today I will be talking about Modern Family season, what season is this? 6. The episode titled Three Turkeys. Season 6 was probably the last good season until the finale. This show used to be awesome, this show used to be amazing, but then by the 7th season, the show started to suck. Like, all the characters started to act differently. Like, one thing that made this show great was conflict between characters that was like paired together. Once they stopped and everybody started getting along, the show was no longer fun because nobody was competing. So basically, this entails 3 turkeys, because each family is gonna cook their own. We have what's its name on this? God, I forgot his name. Anyway, so it's Phil and his family. They have Manny, and Phil is cooking a turkey. Claire has no faith in him whatsoever. One thing that's funny about this is Phil is taking instructions from like an online app he downloaded with a British lady's voice, and she has this very sultry voice. And of course, cooking food is in the windows anyway. So Phil is really getting turned on by this woman's voice. Like, it's really funny and disturbing at the same time. And so the lady, I forgot her name, but she's a famous actress. I want to say Elle McPherson, but I don't think it is. I'll look it up later. So Luke is helping him. In the basement is Claire. She's already had cooked the turkey the night before, and she's just basting it and warming it up. She has her backup turkey. Why? Because she has no faith in her husband whatsoever. He wants to do the entire Thanksgiving meal. It turns out he actually forgot a lot of the food and tells Manny and Haley to go get some. The only person who knows about Claire turkey is Alex, and she catches what's her name doing it. And so they reminisce about how like she doesn't have no faith in her husband and how he has all these wacky ideas and she has to be the responsible one. And Alice are like, yeah, I'm the same way. Like, Luke and Haley are that responsible and she has to be. Then they bring out the real head scratcher thing that Phil created back in like season 3 or 4 during the pumpkin chunkin episode. That's actually the first Thanksgiving episode, but not much Thanksgiving, so I really didn't feel like talking about it, even though it was a really funny episode and stuff. But so Phil comes in, he's like, oh, I see you like my invention and da 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 and stuff like that. So anyways, over at Gloria, and gee, what is Al Neal's name in it? I want to keep saying Al Bundy, but it's not. Jay, that's it, Jay. They faked a video message, pretend like they're in Colombia. They just wanted to spend Thanksgiving alone with baby Joe, who's not a baby in this. He's kind of a toddler. It's not played by the one that normally plays him. Cause they just wanted to have a, like, you know, just spend time away from the family, because they always hanging with the family, especially the holidays. So they have like a teeny tiny turkey and they're just gonna eat it for themselves. Well, down in the basement of Claire and them. Actually, no, I'll get into the Mitch and Cameron. So with them, they're having problems getting Lily to behave. Lily wants to have everything her way. Cameron, he lets her have her way, but Mitch is the stern one. Because of that, she calls him mean daddy and stuff. So he gets on the Cam and tell him that you have to be tougher with her or she'll pretty much run all over them. She didn't want cereal, she wanted waffles. Then she didn't want that. They wanted her to put on a dress, she put on her regular clothes. And so, like, they tell her Cam has to get a little tough with Mitchell, I think, got tough with her because she drew him as like a little devil which is on the fridge. So he told her, like, go in the car and like wait for us and march and stuff like that. So as they told her talking about how like they had to tell her who's the boss, she is honking the horn. Won't never come out. So down in the basement of Claire now, she's playing with Phil's rocket launcher thing that shoots out like t-shirts or something like that. And she hits the power. You know how you turn the power on and off down the garage and basements and stuff like that? She hits that. And so now he can't finish cooking his turkey. So they head on over to Jay's and Gloria. Now, with Manny and Haley in this episode, it's funny because as they're driving, he's being his like preppy self, and she has to like hit the brakes really hard. When she does that, he reacts, and his hands go flying and grabs her boob, and she's like, "Hey!" and everything's like, "Oh, I'm sorry," and everything. It was like a mistake. So then it was funny because also with those two, because he used to have a crush on her, right, when he was younger. But he's her step uncle, and he's younger than her. This family's crazy. And so, like, he tells her straight up when they're at Jay's and stuff that, he didn't mean it, and it was a mistake, and all this other stuff. And so, like, but before he can tell her that, she walks in on him. Now, a lot of he did his laundry over there, right? And so when he did that, they didn't have no static sheets, so a lot of their clothes are clinging to him. Her underwear is clinging to his arm when she goes to talk to him. Instead of like, oh, I understand it's a mistake, she sees her underwear in his hand. So it's another debacle between those two that's funny. Needless to say, when they are at Jay's place, he then goes to apologize to her and all this other stuff, talking about how he's not into her no more and he doesn't have a crush and blah, blah, blah. And she's all like, what do you mean you're not like into me no more and stuff like that. So she's kind of nipped by that. But when she goes to give him a hug because she understands it's a huge mistake, he thought she was going in for a kiss. A kiss on the lips. She's freaked out. He turns to the camera like, yeah, I tried that. So Gloria and Jay, they're freaking out because the family doesn't even know they're there, right? So they're all like, what do they do? So then they realize that they can go grab the turkey downstairs, go back upstairs, nobody will know they're there. So Gloria races down as the family's in the house. She grabs the wrong turkey. She grabs Phil's turkey and replaces it with theirs. Now, the backup turkey is in Lily's book bag because that's where Claire put it. As they're racing back upstairs, Jay has the most hilarious thing. He's all like, he has to hide the scotch because Phil always mixes it with 7-Up. And when Phil comes in, he's like, where did Jay hide the scotch? I want some 7-Up to go into it. It's expression. A little bit of the Al Bundy came out. I loved it. So then they're still wondering how they're gonna like get over this because then Mitch and Cam start to go in their room. So then they like somehow they leave. I think they go out the window or something like that. It's like a balcony or something. And they're gonna pretend like they came home early and stuff from the Columbia vacation. So Mitch and Cam, before they can leave, they hide in the bathroom. Mitch and Cam, they're in there talking about they want to try on Gloria dresses to show Lily that, how they look is ridiculous and how she looks is ridiculous. Because when they told her to put on the dress, she just put it over her regular clothes and stuff. Then they start insulting Gloria. This part was funny. Sophia's expression, boy, you could tell she was hurt. They all like, oh, she dresses way too sexy and blah, blah, blah. Like, it was cute at first, but now she's getting too old for it. And then they said something about she gets out of line. They said something about spanking her. And they're all like, no, isn't that your dad's job? And then Gloria turns to Jay and she's all like, you told them. That's the one thing about Gloria and Jay you never really see. You don't see too much affection from them, like married couple, like sexual affection. They only kissed like one time in the entire like 11 years they was on the show. So they raced downstairs, out the balcony part, but they forgot Joe in the room. So as they pretend to come in the house back from vacation, Jay pretend like the turkey is like little Joe. He's like, I have to get him upstairs and change this little type. And then he bangs the turkey on like the staircase. And they're like, oh my God, you just hit Joe's head. Phil is now freaking out. But when he goes to baste the turkey, he realizes this turkey is tiny. He thought by cranking up the heat, he shrunk it. So he is freaking out, trying to get everybody to eat tons of bread. He's all like, Mitch, you look drunk. This could soak up the boo. Oh, God, I missed this show, and it used to be good. So Cam is getting on to Lily about something. Because he's finally going to step up and stand up to his daughter. And he tells her, that's your book bag. Because Alex started coming in with the book bag. Because she realized that the turkey is tiny and she thought Phil messed it up. He's all like, Alex, you put that book bag down. And Lily, you get that book bag. And you take it to the car or something like that. Lily tries. It has that heavy turkey of Claire's in there. She falls completely back like a turtle on her back. When Cam looks inside, he's like, why is there a turkey in this book bag? Oh, man. So then Phil's all like, yes, Claire, what is this turkey doing here? Like, you have no faith in me. Then Luke comes in with the tiny turkey, and they're all like, how are we supposed to eat that? And then so like they take something happens, I forget what. Oh, the suitcase, it had a turkey in there, and because Luke looked in the suitcase for some bizarre reason, so he looked in Gloria's suitcase because his gift, oh that's right, his gift was supposed to be in there because he just graduated from high school. And he's all like, what is this turkey doing in your suitcase? And Gloria's all like, surprised that is your graduation turkey. It is like a custom of Columbia. And everybody's all like, how did you get that through customs and everything on the plane ride? And they're like, cuz it is customs and they respect your custom. So anyway, Jay's just like, screw it. So he told everybody the truth about how he didn't want to spend time with the family. He had that tiny turkey and all this and that. So he decides, you know what, this family's spending too much time together. Let's just, you take this turkey home, you take that turkey home, and me and Gloria will get pizza. And we'll spend time at Christmas and just say, screw Thanksgiving. But Haley, for some bizarre reason, oh wait, before I get that, what Haley says, Alex, I was so happy. She started being a little smart mouth again, because back in the earlier seasons, Alex used to be like a really smart mouth towards Haley and just say some like awful things to her. And something happened when she saw Manny with her underwear, and she saw Haley. She's all like, is this the part where the pilgrims like exchange like underwear for like favors or something like that, she said. So anyway, Haley suggests to the family, she loves this family, she wants to spend time with Thanksgiving, let's just skip Christmas. And then she explains, like in the little chair sofa thing, that she has plans for Christmas and she has to get out and she has to get away from this family. So it ends with Claire's family on the couch, full and everything, right? And then they see Phil cleaning, and Claire's all like, Phil, I know you're still listening to that thing. And then so she pulls the headphones off, and you can just hear the most perverse stuff coming from that app. And Phil is like listening to it. Oh God, I love this show. I didn't, tell you the truth, when this show first started, I wasn't even watching it. Until I started watching reruns, I'm just like, man, everybody's right. This show is hilarious and stuff. And I couldn't believe that was Sofia Vergara, because I remember when I saw Four Brothers. I'm like, man, who is this Hispanic lady in the movie? I've never seen a woman look like this before. And then, so like when I started watching Modern Family, I couldn't like put the two together because her hair had changed and stuff. And I could not believe that is her. Joe Manganiello, boy, he got lucky. All he had to do was just check out her butt, and he sealed the deal after that. Well, didn't that just fill you up? Well, alrighty, y'all. I'll talk to y'all later. Bye.